What's going on, guys? Welcome again, and today we're going to speak about what it is to be a masculine leader. You know, masculine leader, guys, is made out of 5 pillars. The 5 pillars of a masculine leader, we're going to talk about them now because that is something that everybody is missing. You see, 95% of the men today are weak men. They're not real men. And that is why women are very aggravated with you guys. But at the same time, the 5% that are real men have seemed to hate the women that exist in this time. So men are not men, and women are not women, and it's time for all the men to become real men so women can go back to becoming women. You see, masculinity is essential for survival, and that is exactly why many of the women out there today are masculine. Now let's talk about the first thing, honor. Why do you need to have honor as a man? You need to be an honorable man. If you're going to do something, it must be with honor. You see, back in the day, we didn't have to worry about these things. If we went to war together, we had the honor of standing next to each other, going into battle, protecting each other, and being there for each other. But we don't really have that honor today, where a man says, here is my word, you have my hand on it, shake on it, and it's good enough. Back in the day, men would spit in their hand, shake your hand, and that was more than enough. But we don't have that today. The next thing is respect. Respect is such an important part for a man. Why? A woman needs to be loved. We all know that. But a man needs to be respected. You'll hear a woman saying, I'll give him respect when he deserves it. What? Did I ever say, I'll give you love as soon as you deserve it? You're not deserving of getting love? If a woman doesn't get love, she would literally jump off the building. There's no way she's gonna stick around. Same with the man. If a man is not going to be respected, eventually he's going to leave. But that is in a relationship. What about in a relationship with your brothers, where you're supposed to respect one another, where you sit with other people and you're with your best friend and you're cracking jokes about your best friend. You're not taking his side. You're not there for him. You're not by his side, being that protective, honorable, respectful man that you should be to your best friend. You're making jokes to make others laugh. That is something that you should never do when you have respect for your brother. Your brother and you have to have the most respect for one another. And it doesn't have to be a blood brother. It could be a friend that is now a brother. You have to understand that blood is thicker than water, but at the same time, some of us might have bad brothers and some of us might not have a brother at all. So you know what? Finding a good brother that is your friend and making sure you respect one another and truly respect. Don't speak in a sense where you're putting someone down and he's your best friend, he's your buddy, he's with you all the time. That's not the way to be. That's not respect for your brother. Always uplift each other. Always do whatever it is that you can to make each other feel better, to show love for one another. Because listen, a platonic relationship is a very important relationship you need to have with your brothers. You need to make sure that you can tell to your brother, I love you, and it's I love you because you're my brother. I tell my brothers I love them. Why? Because they're willing to die for me, and I'm willing to die for them. Big thing, and you must have respect. Next thing is, guys, loyalty. Do you see that? Loyalty. How many of you guys out there are not loyal to your brothers or not loyal to your woman? I've said this a million times. I will never do business with a man who cheats on his wife. If he cheats on his wife, the woman that he sleeps with every single night, why wouldn't he cheat on me? You tell me, why wouldn't he cheat on me? I've had a business partner and he cheated on his wife and he cheated on me as well. How did he cheat on me? No, he didn't sleep with another girl and I gave 2 shits. It's because he went and did business behind my back and didn't tell me about the profits. So a man that cheats on his wife, be careful, he's gonna cheat on you as well. But again, are you guys loyal to your brothers in a friendship? What is loyalty? Do you even understand the meaning of loyalty? Loyalty means that no matter how hard the times are, I will be here. I will support you. I will stand by your side. Loyalty today is gone. And that is why I'm making this video, because this video right here is going to let you understand what kind of a man you need to become and what exactly are the traits that you need to have in order to be a real man. Because if you don't have them, you got to listen up. But don't only listen. I want you to be a student of mine. I want you to listen. I want you to hear me. and I want you to take it in because I want you to become the best version that you could be. So people will know this is an honorable man. This is a respectful man. This is a loyal man. And then we go to the next thing. Trust. Can I trust you? If you're in my circle, can I trust you? That is a very important part of our life, is trust. You have to have trust. Imagine not being able to trust your own parents. They betray you. They speak badly about you when you're not around. Imagine not being able to trust your own brothers. That when you're not around, they're trying to get the girl that you truly want. Imagine you can't trust them. Imagine you can't trust the business partner because he's doing things behind your back. And also, he might not be a godly person, so no one else is watching and you're not watching. So guess what? Trust is broken. Why? Because a lot of people lost the ability to trust and give trust and be trusted and be trustful. You have to understand that trust is extremely important. So if you break the trust with your brothers, with your family, with your loved ones, with your spouse, with your girl, with your man, it does not matter. You break the trust, you break it forever. There is no going back when you're breaking trust. Imagine back in the day, we together went to war in Sparta, went to battle, had swords, and I need to trust that you got my back and you're not there. And I get stabbed in the back. How would I feel? You know how I'd feel? I'd be dead. Why? Because I couldn't trust you. And it happened millions of times, especially in today's days, where people can't trust one another and they break the trust before they even start building it. Their first thought, let's go into a relationship. Doesn't matter what kind of relationship. We'll go in to get whatever I can out of them. And then after that, we'll see if I still need them. The world became disposable. And if you're disposable and the people around you are disposable, guess what? You are a nobody. If you don't have a team, if you don't have somebody you love, if you don't have a family that you could trust, you have nothing. You don't need money. You don't need cars, you don't need watches, you don't need nice clothes. You can be homeless. But if you're with your people, with your team, eventually you guys will be in mansions. You guys are going to be on private jets. But you have to work as a team. So having a team is more important than anything. And I say this, you want to go fast, go alone. You want to go far, take your friends with you. Now let's go to the last thing. The most important part of being a masculine leader is commitment. It's commitment, guys. Commitment is so important. If you guys are starting something, you have to stay committed. If you want to become an NBA player, you have to stay committed. If you want to become a bodybuilder, you're going to have to stay committed. If you want to become a millionaire, if you want to become a father, guess what? You have to stay committed. Because if you can't commit to anything, you're never going to last. You're going to lose it. Being committed is the most important thing you could have. Commitment is something that every single famous person has. But one thing that the man truly needs is ego. In order for you to be able to succeed, you must have an ego. But don't let it fool you. Because it doesn't matter how big your ego is, your commitment must be greater than your ego, or else your life will fall into shambles. And why do I say that? It's because when you see a celebrity that all of a sudden is so famous, makes so much money, and he's doing so well, and the ego got to him. As I like to say, the urine got to his brain. It washed out all of his smartness. And now, what's left is a bunch of piss. The truth is that as a man, when your ego goes too big, your life goes to shit because you believe that now you own the world. And then you see them doing drugs, falling into alcohol, smoking, ruining relationships, marriages, screwing up everything because they think they own the world now. No, there's a God. He owns the world. If you're a masculine leader, you don't let your ego go overboard so it doesn't go over your commitment. Because your commitment is what's going to keep you driven. That is what's going to keep you going. You will never stop if you have commitment. But if your ego goes big, you will go to shit. And that is what a masculine leader is about. And this is what the 5 pillars of a masculine leader looks like. You need to have those pillars in order for you not just to be successful, but for you to be a man, for you to have honor, for you to bring honor and dignity and respect to your family. Let me tell you guys something if you're still watching this. I'm King Azulay, and for a very long time, my whole life, people laughed at me. People said I was a nobody. People said I wasn't gonna make it. I proved them wrong because I stayed committed. And I proved them wrong by staying a good man. And I proved them wrong by helping today millions of people all around the world do better. If anybody right now is telling you that you're not a real man, remember this. The real man is inside you. The real man still needs to come out. Don't pay attention to what people tell you. It's not that you're not a real man. It's that the real man and the king is inside of you. And the only way for you to bring him out is for you to understand that these are the traits that you need to have in order to become one. Stay an honorable man, stay a committed man, stay a respected man, and I absolutely guarantee you, everybody will look up to you. Remember this, a good name is better than good oil. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and make sure to hit that notification button, and I'll see you on the next one.